So Fuji is rumored to release a new camera called the Fujifilm X-S10, and it's gonna be unveiled this week, the 15th of October. And I just want to make a sort of video about this because it seems like it's gonna be one of the best choice among all the Fuji camera lineup, and we're gonna see why. So first, it has a beloved flip-out screen. It has 4K up to 30, Full HD up to 240 frames per second, so like super slow-mo stuff. IBIS, we have a Fujifilm X-S10 sensor, the same sensor that in this camera is the Fuji X-T30 I'm recording on at the moment. We have a bigger grip, which means also that we have a better battery life. We have a microphone jack. We have almost everything. So that camera on paper looks like it's going to be one of the best camera for doing YouTube video like this. And that's why it's going to be very important, because Fujifilm going to propose a camera that offer all of this in a price that is lower than $1,000 for the camera. So it's quite crazy. It is rumored as a $1,000 camera, but I don't know, maybe it's going to be a little bit more in Europe. Me, I'm French, so maybe in France it's going to be a little bit more, but I truly hope it's not going to be the case, because like having a camera that proposes all of this under $1,000 is like absolutely what is lacking at the moment in the camera world. Because sure, you can have the Canon R5, you can have the Canon R6, you can have the Sony A7S III, you can have like the Panasonic S1, S5, those kind of things. But honestly, all those cameras are too expensive for what they are proposing. Sure, they are all proposing full frame, and that's great, but I think that Fujifilm need to have a camera like this in their lineup, because the Fuji X-T4, that is probably the best camera they have at the moment, is something like, in France it costs 2,200 euros, and so I think in UK it's like 1,700 pounds, and in the US it's like something like a bit less than $2,000. But for an APS-C format, it's very, very expensive, to my own opinion. And I think that having a Fuji X-S10 that is proposing almost everything that those cameras have, unless the 4K 60 and those kind of things, apart that, under like the $1,000 mark, is like really something that is important, because Fujifilm gonna finally, I think, catch up with their challengers, you know. So that's really important stuff. And I think as well that it's gonna be a camera that's gonna open the market for them a bit more, because I think that when people gonna see that camera, gonna see all the advantage that it has compared to the other system, because the Fujifilm system has very, very, very good camera. They propose a very good color science, they propose a very good quality image, they propose the best Full HD at the moment. Like right now I'm filming in Full HD with that Fujifilm camera. At the moment Fujifilm has some of the best camera on the market, that's it. There's still some stuff that you can complain about, like for example you can say that the autofocus is quite not on par with what proposed Canon or Sony, and in my experience it's not really that much true, but I think it depends on the camera you're working with. Me on the X-T30 it's like super snappy, so that's very good. You can think, for example, that Fujifilm has less good lenses than Sony at the moment, and that's quite true. Sony has the best lineup for cameras at the moment. This is like, there's no doubt about this. But the good stuff is that Fujifilm recently released their X-mount thing to a third-party manufacturer, and so now you have Viltrox that can make lenses for the Fujifilm camera. You have like Tamron and those kind of things, and I think that they're gonna catch up very quickly about what they can propose in terms of lenses. So yeah, basically like the Fujifilm X-S10 for me gonna be possibly one of the best camera for YouTube scrubs like us that want to shoot like just very good content with a good quality image, and without like to just have to sell a lever for just like buying that camera, you know. You know, so I'm very, very excited about what the camera can propose, because I think that in terms of image quality is going to be exactly the same than this camera I'm filming on, the Fuji X-T30, because it's the same sensor, and it's going to have the same color science, it's going to have the same image. And that camera is by far one of the best camera I ever had in my entire life. So I am very excited to see what Fujifilm gonna propose, if everything gonna be true or not. There's like some leaked photo that has been leaked with on Fuji rumors and on photo rumors, and that camera is looking super good, honestly. Like, I just can't wait the 15th of October to see the full spec, the full price, and those kind of things, because I think that if you are a beginner photographer, or if you want to switch to another like brand, like for example me, I was a Canon user for a very long time, but like Canon was extremely slow to catch up with what their challenger was like proposing. I just like completely switched to Fujifilm, and that camera was like the best camera, the best option I had a year ago for like less than €1,000. And so I'm very excited about this. I think that if you want to buy a camera, you should just like wait a second, because I think that camera gonna be very good. And that's it. That was just like a talking head video, but I'm very excited about this. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.